Hello and welcome to another episode of Tactics Tuesday. I'm International Novice here, and today we're going to be actually looking at just one tactic today. Sorry about the delay, by the way. It's probably Tactics Wednesday by now, but what happened was I was looking for good tactics, and I found one that I thought was somewhat difficult. Maybe it's just because of my lack of in-game studies, but I wasn't sure I was too qualified to explain the intricacies of the position, but I figured, okay, let's just have a challenging puzzle, somewhat challenging, and see how it goes. So this is the position. Well, actually, black plays d3 here, and it is white to move. As always, feel free to pause the video if you need more time. And since this position actually has multiple moves, feel free to pause the video if you just want to try and guess the continuations, even if you miss the first moves. Okay, so the first move here, rook e6 check. And after king d7, we have rook takes e5. Black plays bishop b3 check. One of the key moves here. King f8. d2. Threatening to promote. White plays rook e4. After d1 equals queen, white plays rook d4 check. After queen takes d4, otherwise white just grabs the queen, we can see that white has no squares, and this is actually a stalemate. So one of the reasons I wasn't sure if I wanted to post this was because, okay, maybe some of you guys were thinking about this as well. What happens if black underpromotes to a rook? This motif doesn't work because black just takes and white is losing. So I'm not sure exactly how to facilitate it, but a rook versus a rook and a bishop is a theoretical draw. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works. Okay, so let's back up and look at the initial position. So when we're just analyzing here, you have to understand sometimes you're not playing for a win. And when we see that, black has plenty of escape routes after these checks. Whoops. Black's king has a bunch of escape routes. There's no mating net here. So that means that as white, what your goal is to stop white's offense. So this is a good start. Grabbing a pawn. Unfortunately, black is able to get this bishop off of c1 with tempo. So we're kind of in trouble here. But the king f8 is a key move because it puts you in a position where, well, as we see later on in the position, you're basically cutting off your own king. So if you had gone to something like g7, this motif wouldn't work because after this you're just losing. So this king f8 is pretty important. Is there anything else to consider here? So king f8, d2. Right, and this final move is also important. It was really tough to see. I actually missed this the first time, but yeah, luckily, whoops, not that. Luckily, this all kind of works out for white here. He really he really lucked out. So yeah, this position is pretty cool. I think it's just a reminder that sometimes, you're not fighting for the win. You really just need to nullify your opponent's threats. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Tactics Tuesday, and I will catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.